As we have the opportunity to talk to key decision makers like you, with responsibility for influencing and maximizing efficiency of your company operations, we hear about the challenges you face in dealing with the equipment and tool rental processes. In fact, these three numbers tell a story about the need to increase visibility and accountability, to streamline processes and achieve greater cost control and cost reduction in the rental process. In a Texas A&M survey of industrial and commercial firms, 82% acknowledge that an increase in rental utilization resulted in an increase in operational ROI. However, 46% of the key decision makers acknowledged that they did not track equipment utilization. Based on data that RSC has gathered over the years, 24% of equipment was returned past its estimated return date. On average of 15 days. So leaders like you share with us how equipment rental is affecting your short-term and long-term strategies. So here's another way to look at it. Our customers tell us about different factors currently affecting the rental scenario. First being decentralization. While a necessity at many organizations, a decentralized process challenges effectiveness. Varying systems to manage the rental process. Many different vendors required to meet organizational needs. Multiple employees are involved in renting equipment and tools. And lastly, numerous crafts that must be provided the right equipment at the right time. So what are the results of all of these different factors? First, organizations are renting too much of equipment. And the result of this is rental duplication and wasted resources. Secondly, equipment is being rented too long, resulting in unnecessary past due expenditures. And finally, too complex. Complexity in rental management is difficult. Employers use and develop a variety of different systems, from post-it notes to spreadsheets. Some customers even tell us about excessive swivel time, which is a vivid example of one of your employees using a computer system and swiveling back to a manual process and then back again, all in order to process rental equipment. And the end result of these factors, of too much, too long, too complex, is excessive rental costs, excessive time spent managing rentals, and lastly, reduced productivity of your most precious resource, your employees. This is at best a reactive, fragmented process. This process puts your organization at risk. The greatest risk is not knowing how this approach threatens your future goals. Effectively getting from today to a desired future level of operational excellence. Is impacted by the rental process and the management of that rental process. So failure to move from this fragmented, reactive process limits an organization's potential for growth trajectory. So how do many organizations choose to address this equipment rental risk? Well, many do so by price. Choosing to look only at price as a determining factor for your decision making is troublesome. They seek the lowest line item pricing and perceived advantageous terms and conditions as a way to effectively manage equipment rental. And as a result, price only has 1/6 the financial impact of truly facing these issues of too much, too long, and too complex. So choosing to manage equipment rental by price alone sends companies to the abyss. So companies are choosing to work with RSC. And they do so to find a better way to bridge the gap between today and the future they wish to achieve. They recognize that equipment rental and overall equipment management affects employee productivity, employee engagement, and overall project success. So only by working with RSC will they achieve their organizational goals. So let's look at each of these goals and how best-in-class organizations are working with RSC to achieve them. Our first goal is that of improved visibility and accountability. What if your team had the insight in all aspects of the rental process? With tools such as Total Control, you can have unparalleled visibility management and functionality to optimize the rental process. This will reduce redundancies and late rental returns. With RSC's management by exception strategy, you can focus on actionable data based on criteria you define to empower you and your team to make the best strategic equipment decisions. Some firms also leverage embedded GPS technology. Our second goal is to streamline operations and processes. What if you had a partner in managing equipment effectively? With RSC's managed services strategy, you will have a dedicated partner familiar with your organization and processes. And most importantly, you will have a partner in maintaining a safe and efficient working environment for every member of your team. Our third goal is that of cost control and cost reduction. What if you had the right tools, the right strategy to make a substantial impact on your organization's overall cost and ROI? With a customized scorecard and key performance indicators benchmarked against today's industry standards, you and your team will be empowered to operate at the highest possible levels of efficiency, and you will have customized data to validate and justify rental decisions across your entire operation. And more importantly, you will have actionable information to make future decisions. So companies are choosing to work with RSC Equipment Rental. To achieve these goals, we refer to this strategy as RSC Consumption Management. While this might be an unfamiliar premise, it's a new strategy that companies like yours are implementing to magnify savings to a level of 6 times that of price, and it can only be accomplished by working with RSC. So having the right equipment at the right time with processes that produce cost savings is at the heart of consumption management. It is the bridge that crosses the gap between today and the future level of operating efficiency. So if you truly want to align all the factors associated with equipment rental, and you want to move from a fragmented, reactive process to a process that's proactive, repeatable rental program, and if you want to replace risk with success, then your only clear path forward is to work with RSC. So this is what best-in-class companies are choosing to do. The combined power of you and RSC will drive your organization to unparalleled future success. So let's take a look at a company that has chosen to work with RSC. A large major oil and gas company has implemented this program, and 35% increase in rental utilization. On key rental items. 28% reduction in rental spend. All in only 3 months by working with RSC. So now let's talk about how you and RSC will work together to achieve similar results. Thank you.